If your bases are looking like this, you're gonna need help. And no offense, Steve, no offense, you're trying your best. Let me help you give you some Megabase ideas so that your base go from this junk to this. First, let's have ourselves a little bit of a trivia time. According to Mojang's book about megabases, there are ancient builders that constructed the original megabase ideas that players are kind of using about now. Things like castles, ships, and such. So, how many original megabase themes are there? Is it A, 4, B, 8, C, 12, or D, 16? And while you're thinking of that answer, I'm gonna need your help. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. It's definitely an ambitious goal, so please subscribe down there. After all, it is free. And look at this, 98% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed. That's more people unsubscribed than people who voted for the glow squid. We can't let such a catastrophe happen, can we? And the answer to the trivia is option C, 12. You can see all of them here on the screen, and there's quite a good variety of them. You know, you have witches, Vikings, kings, and archaeologists, and some more unique characters that invented some of these megabase ideas that we know today. Number 1, we are starting off with the simple castle. They just look so pretty with all the details. They're so customizable because you can build so many different castles in so many shapes and sizes. You also do get a good chunk of space with castles. You can put moats, more buildings, or decorative areas. I personally only struggle with interior work for castles. There's just a lot of options, You could go with the high ceiling, have a lot of glass for natural light, huge, pillar route, or you could stick with a tight space with a lot of branching rooms. Either way, castles are all about the details. You want to sprinkle in as much personality as possible in every inch of the castle. You don't want to leave any empty spaces. As much as you try to avoid the empty spaces, they're just bound to come. So let me give you a good tip on how to avoid them and, cover them up a little bit more. So the thing you want to do is you want to use little props like hay bales, paintings, unlit campfires, or armor stands that act like coat hangers. This just really fills the space, adds a lot of personality, and it just looks really good. After the castle, players start to shift more towards bases on the sea. And a lot of the mega bases initially do start off with upgrades to structures that are already there in the game. And obviously it makes sense that if you want to build something on the sea, you might as well have it be a huge, cool ship. And by this mega base idea, I'm not talking about your sappy little ships, I'm talking about your big boys. You need to consider this. You could go two ways with a ship. You could make it a small ship, but come on, we both know the large ones just look better. I will tell you the good news. You don't need a lot of details on the actual rim of the ship, so basically the border of the ship, right? That you can get away with just a normal looking border, but the most noticeable part of a ship is definitely, this is more objective than the fact that the aquatic update is the best update Mojang has ever released. The most important part of a ship is the flag, is the pillar of the ship. The safe bet is red and white. That always works well with a good flag, but you can always mix up the color. You're welcome to try and keep the flag small. That is something I will say. Don't over exaggerate it. That's something I've done. I've tried to make the flag super big, but that's really not necessary. And you want to add in things like little few fences here and there so to make it look like the flag is properly hanged on the boat. Follow some of these tips and your ship will look flag-tastic. Alright, time for a trivia break. What is the most important part of a base? A. Farms. B. Storage. C. Enchantment area. Or D. Bedroom. Whatever you said, you're absolutely right. Well, unless you said bedroom, because that would be questionable. Take what I'm about to show you as a grain of salt. Here is the result of the same poll being answered by you, the subscribers from my channel community. The poll showed that storage was the most important thing to you guys by quite a mile, which didn't surprise me. But when did people like bedrooms and sleeping more than enchanting? The whole point of a mega base is for you to have all of those things, farm, storage, and other areas you need, even a bedroom. And of course, how cool it looks definitely helps your, visually. But at some point in the mega base history, the players start to just go with practicality. And that is the reason why you see bases like this. It still looks good, don't get me wrong, but it's just more of an industrial district than a decorative base. Credit where credit is due, it really does look good. The theme is just centered around the farms and storage. Everything just meshes so well, and lessons definitely need to be taken away from this, and that is you can still make your farms look good. There is no excuse to have your farm just randomly near your base, making it stick out like a sore thumb. Some pointers when building base like this you want to consider is all about the symmetry. Alright, giving yourself plenty of space to work with, fitting in all the farms in part of the base is really tricky, so don't give yourself a hard time with unsymmetrical farms. So we have covered bases for the sea, the land, but how about a base under land? Bunkers. Bunkers are the basic of Minecraft. We've all been there, we've all built a bunker and started our journeys. It may not have been the nicest bunker, and maybe we're even stretching the definition of bunker for this base, but bunkers are fantastic bases for safety, and I've always found them oddly cozy. Players used to build bunkers to protect themselves from zombies and all other outside life. Civilization used to make farms inside the bunkers, gather water from caves, and that's why we have things like mineshafts in the game. The good thing with bunkers was that you don't need to be a great builder, just that you will have to clear a big area. I would recommend TNT, but there's more important things to consider here, and that is you really need to decorate the outsides. What really makes a bunker is the outsides, because that's really the only thing you see. What I really like about the bunker I'm showing you specifically is the way that it just blends in with the terrain and the watchtower for sure. If you're going with this Fallout underground style of Megabase, stone blocks are going to be your best friend. Which brings us to the Minecraft bases today, and the trend I've been seeing in Megabases these days is literally anything in the air. And what I mean by that is things like spaceships, airships, floating islands, drones, just everything that is in the air. If you have a cool base idea, put it in the air. It makes it 10 times better. And the latest Minecraft updates definitely helps you with that because it expands your Y level in the game, so you have more space than ever before. A thing to note with the Mega Base in the air is that it's really all about the size. The bigger it is, the more grand it is. Details doesn't matter too much. And please listen to the next few words I'm about to say. I can't stress this enough. Choosing a block palette that meshes well with each other is crucial for a sky base. A block palette is so important in a sky base specifically because unlike a grounded base, you don't really have the environment to play with. You can't really make the base look better with the help of the environment because in a sky base you have nothing around you, you just have air. So unless you have found a way to make air look good in Minecraft, just stick to having a good block palette. So even with all that said, players continue to come up with incredible Megabase ideas every day. So I'm sure you can find a suitable idea for you. But if you are in need of some more base ideas, I have created a part 1 to this Megabase idea video with much more different Megabase ideas to what you saw in this video. So maybe go give that video a watch. But make sure you comment down below, give us a part 3 to this video or something if you want another Megabase idea video. And why not leave a like while you're down there? It really does help push out the video and it helps me pay my editor. You know, Lucas the editor. So make sure you hit the like button. But that's gonna be it for me for now, and I will see every single one of you in the next video.